Okay, Coach, we were talking about the younger players stepping up, even some of the older kids on the team, but haven't had a whole lot of playing experience, having to step in and sometimes during the game last night, having to play both ways.
Yeah, like I said, the key moments, some of our inexperience and maybe that, that lack of game savvy, which I think is how do you line up? How do you understand like where we're at in the field? Their formations, just having the confidence to make the calls to get us in the right spot. I still think, when you're a little young and you're not as confident, you're looking back and forth and waiting for someone to do it instead of just doing it. So I think that'll come. I feel with more game experience for a lot of these older guys.
Yeah, it's that recognition of what's in front of you, what you're looking at, and that makes a difference because sports is so much simply reaction. You see the play begins, you react to the play. I used to tell my guys when I was coaching baseball, if you have to think about what you have to do instead of reacting and simply doing it, the play is over.
Yep.
And you've lost the game.
My favorite phrase that I heard when I was in high school, and I use it all the time, if you think, you stink. Right? Like that's why you do all those reads and those keys at all those positions because it just has to happen naturally. If there's any hesitation, it's already by you.
Yeah. Yeah, and it operates on all levels, all the way up through the pros. You see a guy, receiver goes out wide, doesn't go with him. The guy runs down the field waving his hand. He throws a pass.
Yeah, I mean, we pull our hair out, and it's like those guys at that level are still making the same mistakes that the 15-year-olds are.
Yeah, and that's why I don't always enjoy going to see a professional game. Can't get paid that kind of money and make those kind of mistakes. Okay, if you had to take two positives out of last night's game.
Well, I think the fact that the ability, I got to see how our kids handled some adversity this week in practice and how resilient they were. That they came to practice, worked hard. There was no complaints, no whining, no excuses. So, that's something we can build on. Like championship teams handle adversity. They don't point fingers. They just try to find a way. I thought we for the effort last night, for guys getting thrown into the fire, the effort was perfect. We just got to tighten up some of our X's and O's and execute a little better.
Okay. Coach, Ron, thank you for your time. I know it's early on a Saturday morning, and I'm sure there's a lot of film to go through to make some notes for when you bring the guys back together again. Wishing you a good week of practice, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday night.
All right, Tim. Looking forward to it.
Great. Thanks, Coach.